Terrell here, and I'm back again to talk about a new anime movie. I think we're all familiar with this one, Solo Leveling, a Reawakening, or Solo Level Reawakening. Make sure I get that right. If you guys are a fan of this series like me, this Korean manga, I guess that's the name for that. Just getting a lot of waves of like anime and manga from Korea that have just been absolutely phenomenal, and solo leveling is one of them. I didn't know what the concept was. I heard so many people talking about it before it came out. I watched all this, watched the episodes on Crunchyroll, and now we have a movie that is pretty much breaking that down for you and giving you a little bit more. And let me go into a little bit more detail about that. As I've said before in previous reviews, usually these movies, they usually just kind of give you a recap of like what that movie I'm sorry what happened in the show, and then pretty much just catch you up, and or just pretty much break that, cut that into a movie. This is pretty much kind of the same thing here, except that they actually give you new content. You essentially get 2 episodes of the second season, and oh my god, are they phenomenal. But before I get to that, let me, for those who, like I said, if you don't know what solo level it is, let me give you a quick recap or description. Over a decade after Gates connecting worlds appeared, awakening hunters with superpowers, weakest hunter Sung Jinwoo, who's the main character, encounters a double dungeon and accepts a mysterious quest, becoming the one and only one able to level up, changing his fate. Um, so I think we've seen, it kind of, if you guys are familiar with Isekai, it kind of has that feel to it where, summon to another world, or, you die, you come back even stronger. It has a little bit of elements from that, and it has elements, I would think, from like sword art and all those various genres, such as, I can think of the most recent, the anime, like a lot of those, like where you pretty much like stuck in the video game, stuff like that. Um, but like I said, as skeptical as I was about, watching the solo leveling movie, because I'm like, there's no way they got a movie out, or at least an original movie out so quickly. And I just want to keep in mind, this is a recap movie done. This is a recap movie with episodes of season 2 added to it. So but I do think it's done very well. So obviously, like, you jump right into it. They skip over a lot of the episodes here, because like I said, we only got 2 hours. The movie is 120 minutes runtime, so we're kind of condensing a lot of episodes from the show. Just kind of getting through it and just getting to the to the good part. Um, but we're condensing what we already know, and then just jumping you right to a certain extent of in the show, jumping right into the fights. For people that have already watched the show, I mean, this is going to be pretty much a glide through, because you already know what happens. I do think that for people that have not watched the show, um, I do think the information that is skipping, even though it does kind of condense it in there and talks about it, I feel like some of that stuff is definitely needed. I feel like it takes away some of the build of the character, because they kind of rush through it a little bit, and it's like, all right, we gonna jump to this fight in the movie, or we're gonna jump to this part. Movie directed by Shinsuke Nakashiki, Nakashiki. Maybe check it right. Shinsuke Nakashiki directed this movie. I think it's well directed. I just, like I said, I just think some of that vital information. But like I said, you kind of got to pick and choose where you want the movie to start here, because it's an hour and 20 minutes. And 40 to 50 of that minutes are new content. So just think about that. But like I said, it cuts down a lot of times from the early fights, cuts through a lot of the episodes, um, add new music to scenes that we've already seen. Which one of the things I noticed was the new music that they added to a lot of the fights, because I'm like, oh, okay, because I really love the music for this show. Obviously, the intro, but they add a lot of new stuff there that you get throughout the movie. Um, like I said, we're dealing with Jinwoo Sung, who, like I said, definitely becoming one of my favorite characters. I think I just like more of these fantasy style animes that just really caught my attention. The entire premise, like I said, is just been incredible. essentially, being a RPG character and actually leveling up, and becoming stronger and stronger amongst people that have these abilities, and they're kind of set to where they are. And everybody in this show, this movie has different ranks. So like the abilities are ridiculously crazy. Another thing that says about solo leveling is how big this has gotten so quickly. This particular movie, Solo Leveling Reawakening, is getting a global release. In places such as Germany, we're getting it December 6th, but a global release that is big. Not even I don't think even any of the other movies that we've come across have gotten it like globally like that. Which, like I said, shows how good this show is, how good this movie is, for them to put that type of money. I mean, putting this on so many screens, but like I said, it's 2 hours. But I guess because I had already seen it, it definitely kind of glided through. Now, I saw the English version of this, and I watched the Japanese version as well. I want to say Alex Lay, who plays Jinwoo, did a phenomenal job. Justin Brenner, who plays Yu Jin Ho, the rich friend, he does an incredible job. Rebecca Wang does an incredible job, plays the sister. Christopher Sabat, you already know. You hear him a mile away. He does a really good job. No surprise there. And Ian Sinclair. Not going to go down the entire list, but that's just some of the top voice actors that we have that are doing voices for the show, for the movie. Incredible, just absolutely incredible. And like I said, I'm not one of those dub sub people. Like I said, whatever I start watching first, that's what I'm watching. And I watched the Japanese version first, and I got a chance to hear the English version. Both of them are phenomenal. It's rare where you have both versions that are equally as good. Like I said, this is coming out. So when this movie drops, you'll be able to watch this in English or Japanese. So they give you the option, of course, to pick that once the movie comes out. Animation was done by A1 Pictures, who has been on a phenomenal role lately, and Production IG. You see them everywhere. You see Production IG, you just know it's going to be fire. You know it's going to be a great anime right there. But yeah, like I said, I really feel like they did a good job of focusing on a lot of the fights. But like I said, I just wish they hadn't rushed through some of the content that I thought was essential to the movie. But this is really good. If I hadn't already watched Solo Leveling, I think I would have been like, man, yeah. But I was really happy to see the new content because I'm waiting for that new season. But like I said, if you hadn't watched this before, I think this is a really great way to catch up and to jump right to it. I would still go back and watch the series, just because I feel like it's a little bit more there that they talk about, up to that point that you don't want to miss, probably jumping into the second season. But like I said, this is definitely worth the watch. Like I said, Crunchyroll, thank you again for letting me watch this, get the screener early for this. I really appreciate that, to be able to talk about this movie. It's such an incredible franchise so far. You see how big this is at different cons. I've been to San Diego, I've been to New York. This has just been the talk of the town. Like Solo Leveling is big, especially for Crunchyroll. So for them to be able to get this movie out there, catch people up, we finally put that pause in between the second season so you can wait a little bit more. But I'm glad they gave you a little bit of I'm glad they gave you some of the second season for this movie, and not obviously that entire thing in 2 hours, but I'm glad that we got that because it is incredible. That in the fights, the story, everything is incredible. Like going into that, so they like I said, they do a really good job of like showing a lot of good stuff, even tweaking some of the stuff and change up some of the animation, which I did catch throughout the movie as well. Like I said, they didn't just go back and copy and paste, but they actually did go back and put some polish on a lot of those scenes from the actual series, which you usually see them do during like DVD releases. Oh, sorry, Blu-ray releases, 4K releases, same thing. They usually put polish. I know they did that for JoJo, and you definitely see that here when you got a movie budget behind it. This is definitely incredible. Definitely, like I said, I highly recommend watching this. Solo Leveling Reawakening. If you are already a fan, I still say go and watch this anyway. Bring somebody with you. You get that new content. God only knows when we're gonna get that season 2. So, but I definitely think this is 100% worth watching. This is a 4 out of 5 for me. Like I said, even though I already knew what was coming, getting that a preview of that second season and full on fights of that second season definitely made this worth it 100%. and to the point too, like they they break it up in the movie, so they show you where like the stopping point is and then where season 2 starts. Really good job. I need them to do more of this. I think this is going to do really, really well. But like I said, this is a great way to catch up and then dive right into season 2. But like I said, I'll still recommend going back to watch the entire first season if you haven't already. But like I said, globally getting released December 6th. Don't think this is a waste of money. This is definitely worth the money here. I know I usually will tell you, hey, this is a cash grab. No, this is definitely worth the watch. If you don't get the opportunity to go see it in the theater, definitely check it out when it hits streaming. Crunchyroll is the place to go. Like I said, it's pretty much the place to go for everything now, and they are killing it with these movies. Incredible voice acting and incredible, like I said, animation throughout the entire movie, and just phenomenal. But like I said, check it out. Solo Level ReAwakening coming out December 6th in the United States. I believe too we are getting an IMAX release. So if you have the opportunity to see this in theaters, it is 100% worth it. And on that note, like I said, great 4 out of 5 for me. Check this out December 6th, and I'll see you guys next time. See you.